to another Amy's Adventures in Blunderland vlog. Today I'm going to talk about being a spiritualist. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that this week I've been posting a daily angel card, and I'm using this. And I'll talk about the angel cards a little bit later. So I'm aware that I've done a lot of chatty vlogs, so I'm going to try and keep this brief, which is why I've written myself some notes, and I will try and stick to them and not waffle on too much. So let's get started. I have believed in ghosts or spirits or whatever you want to call them for as far as I can remember. I can't remember ever not believing in ghosts. In the last sort of 10 years I've started going to spiritual church, which is every Sunday evening, and I try and go every week if I can. Spiritual church, I don't know what people think that must be, but it is basically just like another church. It's not in a sort of church-like building, it's just sort of in a community centre, but you go in and you sat in, not pews, but you sat in chairs, but in lines. There's an altar at the front, there's a speaker, which will be a different speaker every week, and then there's somebody who runs the service, so the chairperson if you like, and they will start by welcoming the speaker, and then they do sort of a couple of readings or poems. There are hymns that we sing. We say the Lord's Prayer, which probably surprises a few people, and then the speaker will do what's called a philosophy, so they'll tell us how they became spiritualist or something that's happened to them in their life that made them think about life in general. They'll just basically talk for 15 minutes and tell us a bit of a story or a bit about themselves, something for us to think about. And then after that there'll be another song, and then it's normally about 45 minutes of the speaker giving readings to people in the audience. So most of the time they know where they want to go, and they'll say, can I come to you and I want to tell you about your mum or your grandma, your pet sometimes, and they'll talk, give you your reading, and then move on to the next person. And they will often say that they've got a queue of spirit people waiting to speak to their relatives here on Earth. And I have had quite a few readings. Some of them have really made sense and been really brilliant and amazing. Some of them I've not been able to place much of what they're saying, but you take it with you, and if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, then they might not have been for you. So in church I have been told by a few different people, psychic people, that I have some kind of psychic ability. Now, I have seen ghosts, I've heard ghosts, and I sense ghosts. The most prominent ghost that I've seen, I was at a friend's house and a lady in a long white nightie appeared in front of me, walked from one side of the room to the other side of the room, and then disappeared through the wall, and I absolutely shit myself. To put it bluntly, I was petrified, and I was staying there on my own that night, and I went to bed and was saying, please don't come and see me, because you frightened me and I don't want to see you again. And I didn't see her again. Generally I sense spirits. I don't often see them like that. I sort of sense, so I will know if, not all the time, but if sometimes I'll get a feeling like there's somebody there, or I'll get a feeling like that something is going to happen, and it does sometimes. Yeah, it's a bit weird really, but it's quite nice. I feel people, nice like relatives around me sometimes, and sometimes I'll think that what I'm hearing in my mind is what they're saying, and I can imagine them saying it how they would have said it when they were here. Sounds a bit strange saying it out loud like that. I'm not going mad, promise. So on to the angel cards, and I am trying to teach myself the angel cards, which is why I've been posting them on my stories on Instagram every day this week. But obviously those ones I've just done for myself, because I'm not going to be doing readings for people that are following me on there, because I wouldn't want to get anything wrong or say something that might upset someone. So that's why I'm saying that they're just for me, but if anyone can take anything from it, then that's great. As well as the stories, the cards on the stories, I've been putting a little meaning of the card, and I'm not making that up. I've got a book that came with the cards, and it tells you in there the meanings of them. So I've just been writing what it says there, so that it's sort of a generic thing. So if you can take something from it, that's great. If you can't, then that's fine. I would say that's, if somebody asked me what my religion was, I would say I am a spiritualist. Therefore, on programmes on the telly, when there is a spiritual programme and it says beforehand, this programme is for entertainment purposes only, that really pisses me off. Because why should one religion, and that's what it is, why should that be classed as entertainment when all of the other religions that are in the world are taken seriously? In my opinion, and I'm going to try not to rant now, in my opinion, there is so much evidence of spiritualism and spirits, that how can they be classed as anything other than real? And I know other people will say you're talking rubbish, there's no such thing, they don't exist, it's all made up, it's all in your mind. That's fine, that's your opinion, but my opinion is that there's so much evidence for this. I have seen with my own eyes, and I have felt, and I have heard and sensed, and I've seen other people have readings, and I've had readings myself where they've said to me things that nobody else will know. How do they know that? Who are they getting that information from? Because I haven't told them that. There's so much evidence, and I just can't understand why it would just be classed as entertainment when, as I say, there are other religious programmes on the TV that aren't classed as entertainment purposes. They are just on the telly, and there's no justification for them being there. They're just there, and that's how it should be for my religion as well. And I'm going to stop ranting now. So I'm going to wrap it up now and say thanks for watching. If you've got any questions about spiritualism or anything like that, send me a message. If you've got any suggestions for future vlogs, please let me know. And if you've watched until the end, say something spooky. Thanks for watching. Bye.